Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 6th, 2022. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle here for Capricorn here. Okay. All right, let's see what's coming up. Ooh, victim mentality and loss. What a wonderful combination. No one wants to see victim mentality, but I would not want it to be anywhere else but with loss, right? Not even letting go, because letting go would imply that you have to. But loss means this is happening. It's occurring. It's out of your hands. It's done. It's riding off into the sunset. So there was something, indecision may have been plaguing you in the past. And it's mostly because you did not want to be, you know how like you don't want to make a choice that's going to put you at a detriment. And so like, you know, like how you could see the pros and cons of each situation, and the cons are may outweigh the pros no matter which way you go, like, or some kind of, there's always some sort of terrible con in each option. And so you're like, you know, you had to choose the lesser of the two evils, and instead of making a decision, you may have let time pass, right? And it was like, dang, why do I have these two choices? Like two bad hands in a card game with money at stake. You're like, what did I do to get these terrible cards? And so this is that feeling that you've lost it. I think they're showing that you may regret spending time on it. And I say that because in this victim mentality, there's an hourglass. There was time spent on this. And this may be an energy of saying, you know, I'm walking away from even regretting wasting my time. Seven of Cups and Ten of Wands. The options were like unreal. They were so burdensome. Like when I say the cons weren't great, like none of it, there was always something so bad. Like there was no option that was like stood out and screamed out in certain parts of your life. And I say that because of the Six of Cups. That would speak of a memory of this. This is something nostalgic rather, and looking back at and being like, no longer am I going to continue to lament over this and be sad over this, or confused, or just like sometimes this energy is I'm stuck in my head. I'm really stuck in it because of emotionally I'm thinking of all that I could have had that I didn't capitalize on because I felt so overwhelmed in things. Very important not to be in that place. But not only that, they're saying that you're not in that place. Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's important not to be there, but you're already not there. You're walking away from all of that because the loss here is basically that I would say too that it didn't serve you. There was something to be learned from this. So I wouldn't say that like if you're cutting your losses and walking away, it's like instead of looking at it as this was so sad, you're losing the sadness energy of it, like the depression, the shame, maybe the regrets, because you realize that it was a lesson. You know what I mean? Something you learned something from this. If not, you were supposed to. So either way, this is just showing a mentality, just in general, of how maybe you have been focused a lot on what you didn't accomplish because of how heavy things felt at a certain point. And so no longer feeling bad about that. So Spirit's saying if you do feel bad about it, there's nothing to feel bad about. I mean, it was, they are even acknowledging that, it was crappy. Friends and colleagues, and I'm sorry to say crappy. I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh, lack of a better word. Oh my gosh. Friends and colleagues, Chariot and Strength. These are people that are being placed in your life at this, like, as you're plodding along and you're walking away from this. These are people that are being placed in your life, or who are in your life already, that you realize, you may realize that they are headed in the right direction. Like you guys have the same mindset. Um, mm, it's like their strength for you. So someone you may work with, or someone that you consider a friend, their drive, their tenacity is a strength for you. And it's like a guidepost. Like, I think I know I'm going to be able to, I'm going to be good regardless of what comes, or or not necessarily what comes, but regardless of what, where I'm at, where I'm headed, right? That there's no point. I think that there was just, there was confusion before, maybe because, mostly because you may have been compelled or felt compelled to make choices right away, not realizing that these things were actually meant to be blessings in many ways. Like if whatever decision you made, it would have led to something else. There's something about that. Like no matter what you could have done, it still would have led to victory. And I think now there may be someone in your life that's showing you, like, if they're going on they don't care. They're not plagued by this. They're on their way doing something, or just living their life. And no matter what, for them, it's a celebration. Everything is. And it's like, wow. So you could be dealing, I'm seeing so far now, the signs are coming in Cancer or Leo, Cancer, Leo cusp energy. We have stuck energy. We have it's Ten of Pentacles and Two of Swords. The stuck energy here, I would say this, is to make your peace with the fact that with everything, you got to make your peace with everything, right? All of us are a work in progress. We're all a masterpiece. Spirit's almost telling you that too, that all that you have done is a masterpiece. You've created a masterpiece for yourself. Your life is your own. You're an artist, right? And your own. You're a magician. You're an artist. You make things happen. This is, your life is amazing, simply because these options were meant to be here for you to see, for you to just see that life is a mystery and that you were always destined for greatness. There was no need to have that kind of a burden on yourself, to think that you had to be a certain way, do things a certain way, that you were always destined for that. That's your legacy. That is what was promised to you. You have blessings promised to you. So they're talking about this stuck energy of you needing to make your peace with the fact that some of the decisions were hard, yes, but you were meant to go through a lot of the things you went through, right? To see that life is not a burden. And a lot of the things are not a burden, right? It was all about experience. It was all about experience. And you may have missed out on some things because of the fact that you felt so burdened by, like, oh my gosh, I have to make the right choice. I have to do the right thing. It's like everything was going to be right for you. And I guess they wanted you to see that in some way, that and then they send, it seems like there's someone in your space that is like, oh, they're a little bit more like, they allow spirit to lead. They allow their life to be on a flow, like they go with the flow or something here, and they're stronger in that. They're someone that you look at and go, dang, they're so strong, like no matter what they go through or something like that, they have here. And it's like they help as well with that. So being around them has helped you, and maybe not necessarily being around them, but just in general, they're showing this energy here. Their influence could have led to this event where you're like, you know what? I can walk away from that. What am I regretting? Why am I so ashamed? I mean, it happened, or it's, that was life, or that's whatever. I've learned a lot from my experiences, and I know now that I'm headed towards walking away from this is going to lead me towards what I really, really want in life. And that's what Spirit's trying to show you, that you stayed in this too long. You weren't supposed to be that, you weren't supposed to be burdened for a very long time. It was only supposed to be for a short time to see something, but it may have been difficult to see in general, because it was so heavy, So forgive yourself, love yourself, all that beautiful energy too. The signs that I'm seeing here, though, truly I only see Cancer and Leo, or Cancer, Leo cusp energy. But that is your complementary sign, Cancer, here. So they may be saying to tap into that, the side of you that is nurturing and nurtures you, nurtures yourself, and tries to get you to see, this was meant to happen, don't worry, kind of thing. It's like nurture. They're saying to tap into that side of you. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.